All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good news stuff for you today. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the crypto exchange Bithumb hacked for 13 million in suspected insider jobs. So what is this, like the fourth or fifth hack on Bithumb? This is easily one of the worst exchanges on the planet. Seriously, I think the fourth or fifth, literally one of those hacks within like 2 years. So good job, Bithumb. This is absolutely the worst exchange. So South Korea crypto exchange Bithumb has lost 13 million in EOS stolen in a hack and suspects it was an insider job. The company confirmed in statement on Saturday that it was first spotted an abnormal withdrawal, yeah, quite abnormal, of the cryptocurrency through its monitoring system on Friday, March 29th. The exchange suspended asset withdrawals and deposits on the platform after noticing the breach. All of the stolen cryptocurrencies owned by the company, and all the members' assets are under the protection of a cold wallet. So according to a report from CoinDesk Korea, the exchange was hacked for a total of 3 million EOS, which was withdrawn from the exchange's hot wallet through a series of transactions. Based on the data from CoinMarketCap, EOS is currently at 422, which is actually less now, probably after this hack, making the total value of the coins around $13 million. The company said that its statements that it suspects the hack was conducted by an insider, since no evidence of external exploit has been found. Bithumb has already notified government agencies and is conducting an internal investigation. It said that it's also working on major exchanges with the expectation of recovering some of the funds. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Additionally, the remaining assets in Bithumb's hot wallet have been removed to its cold wallet offline to prevent further losses in the manner of the breach has been identified and any vulnerabilities fixed. So they suspect it was an insider job and not just the people this time. It was actually the exchange. So good job on your, I don't know, what is this, the fourth birthday for them? Fifth? Six hack? I don't even know at this point. Just like toss a coin and, you know, like a Dungeons and Dragon 22-sided die or whatever, and just throw it, and whatever it lands on, that's the hack of Bithumb. Please don't ever put your funds on Bithumb. It's like the worst exchange. They get hacked literally, I think literally like every 4 or 5 months that like Bithumb has been hacked. Wow, worst exchange ever. So moving on, Japanese largest e-commerce site announces cryptocurrency exchange launch date. So this is super big. Rakuten, or is it Rakuten? I can't remember. There's actually commercials on TV now, and they make it so that you have to pronounce it correctly. Rakuten? I don't know. Rakuten. I'm going with Rakuten. The Japanese-based e-commerce corporation has announced an official launch date for its newest edition, a cryptocurrency exchange originally named Everybody's Bitcoin. A newly branded Rakuten wallet will open for business this June. So if you guys don't know what Rakuten is, or Rakuten, I'm sorry, I got nothing. It's like Japan's Amazon. So it's well known over there. It is the Amazon of Japan, as the States is more like Amazon. Amazon to the United States as Rakuten is to Japan. So super, super huge. The company, known globally for technology and hardware sales, is hoping that the launch will coincide with increasing cryptocurrency payments on its website. According to the company, the acquisition of Everybody's Bitcoin was intended to move it into the market space. We expect that the role of cryptocurrency-based payments in e-commerce, offline retail, and in peer-to-peer payments will grow in the future. And in order to provide cryptocurrency payment methods smoothly, we believe it's necessary for us to provide a cryptocurrency exchange function. So the announcement highlights the already growing movement toward blockchain and crypto in the large enterprise market. Again, I keep talking about all those corporate coins. Who's going to be right in the end? I don't know. I guess it's not like I'm like making some kind of wild prediction. Like, if you don't think that there's going to be a bunch of corporate coins in the future, again, I got a bridge to sell you and a teddy bear, and you know what I mean. For example, the recent announcements by JP Morgan, JPM coin, large numbers of blockchain patents by Bank of America, etc. Rakuten appears to be following suit, ostensibly to provide greater connection with users as well as increase convenience. So basically our concept is to recreate the network of retailers, merchants who don't want to disconnect them from customers, but function as a catalyst. That's our philosophy, to empower society. So the company had already made strides into the cryptocurrency space with the creation of the Rakuten coin last year, designed as a blockchain addition to the company's Super Points loyalty program. So there's going to be a Rakuten exchange here pretty soon, and you know, that's just going to empower more. So they already have like these points. If you go on Rakuten, there's like these points, like you buy things and you can get Rakuten points, and then you can buy more things with them, or you can get like Walmart gift cards, that sort of thing. And now there's going to be exchange, Rakuten coin. So not bad. Pretty good movement in the industry. So moving on, manufacturing giants Bitmain and Canaan announce second generation miners. So Bitcoin miners will be interested in the latest rigs that will be sold in the near future by the industry's leading manufacturers. So now there's going to be the Antminer 17 series, which include the S17 Pro, the Antminer S17, and the Antminer T17. The rigs will be sold globally on April 9th, but you probably won't get them till December when they'll be mining on them. So I'm sure they're mining on them now and to the day they send them to you. So good job on ordering your used miner. And they come packed with Bitmain's newly improved second-generation used 7-nanometer ASIC mining chips. And if you guys don't get that joke, used mining chips, it's pretty notorious that they've been mining, and clear that they've been mining on their own machines before they send them out to you. Because why wouldn't you, right? Like, as a corporation, why wouldn't you mine on them? Remember that the Monero machine that they were going to release was so powerful at the time, that it was making upwards of $200 and something like that a day. I can't remember. You can go back and watch the old video and find out. I did a little calculation of its hash rate, and at the time it was an incredible amount per day, and they had been mining on them for an entire year before they announced them, just before the switch of the Monero networks that actually bricked those miners. So you mean to tell me that you wouldn't mine for that much money a day and that you would just sell them right away? No, I don't think so. You're going to be mining on them until the hash rate goes down, or until the profit goes down, rather, and then you're going to sell them off, right? That's like if you had a tree in your backyard, makes $100 a day, why would you sell it, right? You would start to sell them, all of your money tree farms, right? Once the trees get a little bit old and rickety, and they're not producing $100 a day, they're only producing $50 a day, so then you sell each of the trees for like 100 grand, boom, 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 and then you take all your money and you just do it again, and you make a better tree that makes more money, right? Why would you just sell them without actually mining on them? So good job on ordering your used 7-nanometer ASIC chips. Great used. So with the nanometer size shrinking quantum effects, among other new challenges coming to play, it's promised that the Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company is already in the process of building 5-nanometer chips, which are probably already being mined on for a year, and then they'll announce them, and then they'll sell them to you after a month, but then you won't get them for 3 months. Oh God, I love the ASIC industry. It's so nice. And then Canaan reveals its new Avalon A10, which is a 31 terahash power consumption of 1,736 watts off the wall, which is unbelievable. This means the machine boasts a possible 50 watt per terahash max capacity. So not that good, in my opinion, kind of thing. But I'm sure the S17 is going to be way better. They're just absolutely the best in the industry, even though you get used mining. But I don't know. Moving on. So moving on to a little bit of Saucy drama. Okay, so we have Sunny Decree here, and let me tell you what happened here. But first of all, let me just say that I did make a video about Sunny Decree, and it was just kind of a humorous bashing video, because like his videos are basically just like Bitcoin is crashing, and then like the next video is like Bitcoin bull market, here we come, and it's like, wait, you did that like one day and then the next day, literally? I know that's kind of how Bitcoin functions, and I was just cheeky bashing him. I don't really hate the guy or anything like that. I honestly don't really hate any crypto YouTubers, even like Trevon James. It's just kind of good fun, but I don't, well, maybe I don't really, I don't know. Either way, so you know, no competition here or anything like that, but I noticed this video, and it is absolutely outrageous. So let me show you this here real quick. If you guys want to watch this video, it's just on Sunny Decree's channel. I think it's his latest video. It says, Ian Ballina threatens to sue me. Please help. So originally, a while back, Sunny Decree made a video about Ian Ballina, and Ian Ballina is a crypto YouTuber and self-proclaimed expert and you know, teacher and security expert. And Ian Ballina had his cryptocurrency private keys on a file online. I can't remember exactly what the service was. It was some Apple service or something like that. Basically had it on the cloud. Let's just say that. And somebody hacked him. I think it was like during a live stream or something like that. He actually got hacked. I don't remember the exact details, but he lost a lot of money. All of his crypto basically was hacked because he had all of his private keys on the cloud, and he proclaims himself to be this crypto expert and security expert, yet he had all of his private keys on just the cloud. Right, which is the absolute worst way. You can't claim to be teaching anybody if you literally have all of your keys on a cloud service like that. I like to say, you know, get a Trezor wallet, get a hardware wallet if you want to do that. If you are day trading, sure, have your crypto on an exchange, but try not to have it on there for that long, that sort of thing. You just have to be honest with yourself. You have to be responsible with your cryptocurrency, just like you have to be responsible with your money if you had a bunch of money laying around. Another thing I like to say, if you want to do the cheap route, is just go out to Walmart or to a department store or something like that, electronics store, and buy like 4 of the same USB drive, right? They don't even have to be big ones. They don't have to be like terabyte USB drives or anything like that. Even just a few megabyte old USB drives, although you wouldn't use the old ones. Just go out and buy like 4 of the cheapest USB drives, a good brand. But they don't have to be big ones. Then you take your private key and your wallet DAT file and put them both on the USB, and then repeat that process on like 3 or 4 USB. So therefore, you have all your private keys. Excuse me, my voice seems to be going. You have all of your private keys on these USBs and your backup wallet, and then just get your wallet off of your computer. Just done. Now you have your private keys on your USB drives, and you have like 4 of them. That means if one of them just happens to corrupt itself, you have 3 other ones, which is highly unlikely to have 4 just regular old USB drives corrupt themselves. I literally have USB drives from over 10 years ago, and they still work, okay? From college, when I was popping them in and out of a computer all the time, putting files on. They literally still work, okay? Then take all those and put them in a safe. That's just the best way to do it. You just put them in a safe. You don't need a hardware wallet, although they're very convenient, and you can, you know, select your keys from them. Great, fine. But, that's just the cheapest way to do it. And make sure you write it down, put it all in a safe or something like that. Boom, done. That's it. But anyway, moving on. So he made a video about Ian Ballina and basically ripping on him for pretty good reason for losing his private keys that were on a cloud. And now they're attempting to sue him for slander, which is not really slander at all. So, Sunny Decree, to you, if you happen to be watching this, which I highly doubt, don't worry about this. Throw this message in the trash. That is not slander. Saying something that is true. Let me just say this. I'm not a legal expert here. You probably maybe should get a lawyer, but I'm not a legal expert, but slandering isn't slander if it's true. Like if okay, let's say my neighbor was a murderer, and I put on Facebook my neighbor murdered somebody, right? And he went to prison, and he's just like, hey, wait, you put that on Facebook? I didn't want that. That's slander. That's slandering my good name. No, it's not, because it's literally actually true. You know, if I said, hey, my neighbor does all these crimes or is this or that or the other thing, and he's not literally at all, that's slander, right? But what you said about Ian Ballina, that it was kind of stupid of him to have his private keys on, that is not slander at all. Don't worry about this. It's not going to happen. All right, Sunny Decree, you're good, dude. You can't, unless you said blatantly false things about Ian Ballina and you actually affected his income or something like that, he can't sue you for anything, because 1, it's not slander, and 2, you didn't affect his income, because there are a couple of things in the court lawsuit world, and one of them is you know, going for lost wages or something like that. And that means that if you did something so bad to somebody, slanderous or defamatory online materials, that means if you did something so bad to somebody, you cost them their job, you affected their business greatly, and it was all untrue, and you affected their job, you affected their business or something like that because you were just saying nonsense on social media, right? And you just cost them all their money because of that. Then they can go out and legitimately sue you, because that was slander and, you know, basically losing money. But this is not. So it's a publication of intentionally false, which was not intentionally false. It just wasn't. I'll have to actually go back and watch your video or something like that, but it was not intentionally false. It was not slanderous, because if it wasn't false, it wasn't slanderous, and it's not defamatory either, because if it's true, it can't be defamatory. You know, just like saying, like, if I went to prison for a long time and a bunch of people were ripping on me on social media for robbing a bank or for being a felon, right? And I was like, no, that's defamatory online material. That's slanderous. It is not slanderous because it was true. He did lose his private keys. It was silly of him to do that. It was his own mistake, and you called that out. That's just not slander. So I really like his response. His response here is he's basically, it's so trolly. It's so good. Man, I have to give it to you, Sonny. This is great. I'm from Switzerland. I don't understand 50% of this letter. Which he can clearly speak English just fine, and I would imagine he can read English just fine because he can speak just fine. So I don't know what he's talking about here. So that has to be just a troll statement. It's really funny. And then his final response to this lawyer who's trying to sue him says, "Here's my formal response. I decline your offer. Very truly yours, Sonny Decree." Well played. Well played. Yeah, so Sonny, dude, this isn't defamatory. It's not. Coming from an American here, I'm not a lawyer. I've never been to court in this way, but I happen to watch a lot of court shows. Actually, my wife does, and so I have to sit there and watch them all the time, all those stupid court shows on TV. And from what the judges say on there, it's not defamatory. It's not slander if it's true. It can't be slander if it's true, right? It's not libel if it's true either. So, like, for example, libel would be writing something false about somebody. So, like, if a newspaper said that I was some kind of criminal, or I was doing this, or I was doing that, you know what I mean? I was something horrible in the newspaper, and I was not convicted of that. I've never done it. I've never done anything like that. That would be libel. That's writing something about somebody that doesn't exist. And that's not it either. So it's none of the. Don't worry about it, Sonny Decree. This is gonna go absolutely nowhere, dude. And if you do have to go to court, just get a lawyer and make sure you counter sue Ian Ballina for your court costs and your lawyer fees. That's what I would do, and anything else you can, because you will win this case. So if you have to go to court, get a lawyer, bring him in, and counter sue for all of the court fees and the lawyer costs and more if you can, and just walk away with this from money from Ian Ballina. You're good, man. I don't see you losing that in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, moving on to coin market cap here. $144 billion market cap, 50% Bitcoin dominance, $4,100 Bitcoins. It's still trading pretty sideways, doing pretty good. We've been at 4,100 for quite a while now, and that's better than 3,800, better than 3,900. But I do fear that 4,200 mark, and that has been the high for a very long time. And as soon as it gets to 4,200, I think people get very nervous on all the exchanges. You got to think about this thing as a whole, as one big breathing unit on Earth, you know, just right. Does that give you guys the idea? It should give you the idea. One breathing exchange unit. And when it gets to 4,200, people think all exactly the same on the exchanges, right? Everybody thinks the same, right? So as soon as it gets to 4,200, they might think, hey, wait, is everybody else going to sell off and this price is going to tip? Imagine that 1 billion times around the planet, and it probably will dip between 4,200 unless there's this huge bullish sentiment, bullish run to push it up even higher. So 4,200 is going to be that scary mark, and I think if we get over that, we might be pretty good to continue on in price. But I really think the extreme volatility of Bitcoin is over for now, and if we do go up in price, it's going to kind of be 100 and very slowly at a time, and it might take a month to go up 100 every time, and that wouldn't be bad. That's nice and stable, reasonably stable anyway, compared to Bitcoin's past. So not too bad there, but that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video. That helps me out a lot. My social media in the description below. That's all I have for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.